I have done my best to avoid speaking on it. I'm ashamed speaking on it as it has become so trendy this week. But I am finally going to speak on the Dr. Umar fiasco. This is something that has gotten so bad, I couldn't help but weigh in on it. There's a brother, calls himself a doctor. Everybody on the internet who calls themselves a doctor, it makes me do this. What's that Chuck D look? I mean, there are some doctors, black internet space, that are legitimate doctors. Most of them have questionable doctor credentials. Just like the other doctor, you've become undone. You've become undone. This brother, Dr. Umar, who is a great speaker.
I repeat things 3 times because 3 is the number of gates. It is the number of roads. So when I'm communicating, I'm trying to condition and educate your unconscious. And since 3 is the number of times you need to knock in order to open up the spiritual gateway, I repeat things in 3 because if your unconscious hears it 3 times, it has a stronger likelihood of holding on to that bit of data, that bit of consciousness, that bit of intelligence.
Uses his speaking ability as a weapon against the lame. What is lame? What's the definition of lame, brother? A person naive or socially inept. He has been working lames for a long time. But there's more to it that I want to put my spin on with it. First of all, I knew he wasn't 100 with it when he faked the phone call. When he was into it with somebody, and you saw it, it's so funny. I watched it probably 1,000 times. Yeah. When he was arguing with somebody and he acted like his goons was calling. He was like, no, hold on, here they go. Hello? No, man, I got this. I got this. Then his phone said, nigga, do you know how hard I was laughing, dog? I said, dude, you played yourself in front of anybody that's 100.
You feel me? Hold on. Yeah. Nah, I got this. I got this. So that Papa Smurf thing ain't gonna work. You feel me? Hold on. Yeah. Nah, I got this. I got this. Hold on. Yeah. Nah, I got this. I got this. Hold on. Yeah. Nah, I got this. I got this.
What I'm saying about this is the real problem with a man like this Umar brother. This is the real problem. Anybody with common sense know that this man ain't got no school coming. Anybody with common sense know that. But there's a sucker born every minute. So he gonna keep running his script and absorb what he can from the suckers. This is where he's very detrimental to our community. Not just the fact that he begs and borrows, robs. This is a man who's always talking about black women and how the black queens should be put first, foremost, all that. I wonder, can he assemble black women that ain't got a this me over story? You're a predator. You use your good talking to destroy the lames and hoes. And there's a lady on the internet he's talking about. He says her vagina stinks. He says all this. He says, oh, she's this. He's accusing her of going in his bank account and getting the money probably. He said, I think she did it. Hold on. According to this woman, she called him. She needed help with her son, thought he might be able to help. It's game in that. But, okay, he agreed to meet up with her, but he had her drive 2 hours to pick him up from the airport where he was flying in. Now, if you are a woman who grew up around men who love you, you would never go for that. You can't step to no woman who know what she need to know in the hole past 40. 40 years old in the hole? Well, you need me to come get you? No real woman who was brought up by men who love her will go for that. And if they do go for it, it's because they wanted to hoe out for somebody, which he has fame on the internet. So maybe this woman was like, I'm just gonna do it. Of course, she probably has a son with issues and all that. But when a man tell you, come drive 2.5 hours and pick me up from the airport, and he passed the age of 40, you ain't got no business going to get no man 2.5 hours and drive him anywhere. All my sisters who've been around men who love them know this. You can't do it. You don't start out in the hole with a woman, a client, or whatever you want to call this lady. So, but this lady did it. Don't play victim now. Sister, yeah, he signified and talked about you, but you invited the devil in. When the devil said, can you come get me 2.5 hours from there? And you went and picked him up. You know that ain't right. Don't nobody do that. No. What if you got a daughter and she tell you that story? You gonna know. You gonna be like, who is this fool?
Right.
Who working you? Because that's what he do. He's a professional at working people, but I'm telling black women, beware. Because now you on the internet and y'all spilling the beans on each other. And what I'm saying to you to prevent that from happening in the future, I'm talking to all black women. See, I've gotten accused of doing stuff to black women, but if you really want to go down to the truth of Corey Holcomb, it ain't no group of black women talking about me that know me. The people that's talking about me don't know me. But we have this intel from this woman that said he wanted her to pick him up from the airport. Here's a man who didn't have a rent-a-car to do this, but talking about something wrong with his bank account now. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We not lame, homie. We not lame, homie. You preying on the sisters in the hood, homie. You act like you down with the sisters in the hood. Here's a man putting his rep on the line, talking about it. You are preying on the sisters in the hood. You are not self-sufficient enough.
I built the whole plan. I ain't going nowhere. But I appreciate the concern, my beautiful African queen. I hope your hair is natural.
You're not natural, baby. I see you got that perm in there. I still love you. You're gorgeous, but you're not nappy. You got to be nappy, baby. You got to be nappy. If I can't grab it, I can't have it.
It only takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the coon chip. Heterosexual couples only. This is not a government-funded activity. I have the right to discriminate. Heterosexual couples only.
Donations, gifts.
Need all the hundreds and 50s, let's spread it. I'm with this shit, so let's get it. Killing it, leaving the body, no medics. Rockstar like I'm Lenny Kravitz.
We're going to have a national Coons conference at FDMG. Yes, brothers and sisters, we have to have a national Coons conference.
Anybody who tells you they're running for office to help somebody, smack their ass in the face.
What you want to do? You want to box, nigga? You want to street rumble, or you want to get into the intellectual boxing ring?
Tyler Perry. God damn, brother. Can we please consider some other movies?
And I know that you probably have access to
I have a naughty picture from one of the sisters. It's gorgeous, but she's naughty. Cut it out.
With all this fake hair, like y'all so beautiful, are you addicted to the weave? Are you addicted to the perm?
to take on one of these women and graduate her to maturity and where she needs to be in this world. Corey Holcomb, if I see you taking advantage of the sisters in the hood, I'm gonna call it out. I've waited a long time to call it out.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
You hold up black women, literally. You hold them up, then you hold them up. I can't co-sign that.
Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
Stop doing that. First of all, it's embarrassing for you to be begging and playing it off like somebody asked you for something. That's how I found out I didn't have nothing. So y'all do something for me. No, homie, don't talk to us like that, man. I'm talking about you gonna get lames to do something for you, because it's a sucker born here in a minute. But you embarrassing yourself, man. You had some credibility because you a good speaker. But a lot of good speakers do a lot of bad things. And what you doing, man, it's time to realize you cannot live like that and get respect. Begging, meeting up with the sisters, using them. The lady said you had her trying to take care of your mama 2 weeks after you met her. Who gonna put somebody in the house with their mama and you don't know them? Unless it's a professional. You pay for a professional because it comes probably with some type of insurance.
There you go, right. And experience, but we still don't know them.
Well, let's say you desperate and you throw somebody in there with your mama. Here it is, later on, you talking about this lady who went and helped your mama and went and picked you up at the airport. You saying she broke into your bank account and her vagina stank. If you ask me, he burnt bridges with a lot of respectable people. Lames will always be available for you. And if you want to work the lames, you work the lames. But, I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. I heard he not even in the country.
Man.
Begging on the internet from somewhere else, and then you blame her for breaking in your bank account, but when you met her, you didn't have a ride. Boy, that's a nice way to put it. I think he lying. That's just how we talk where I'm from. I know this kid's not capable of running a school.
No, hell no.
But I'm saying, you can't beg and make a living out of begging. I done seen people try. If there's people who want to subscribe to you, beautiful. They want to send you some money, beautiful. But when this is your lick and you've preached on other licks, I'm finna get this school. It do not take. I'm gonna go back to 2010. It don't take since if you're gonna open a school, you would have opened it by now. You older, you overweight, you are not going to be out here another 20 years preaching about a school. You're not gonna be able to do it. Don't you realize that it might be time to use your notoriety to get a job somewhere and become a man who can look your woman in the eye and say, baby, let's make it, or I can help you, instead of running game on people you talk to all the time? I watch the people who show you be on. It's a type of YouTuber out here, people who have access to put people on their show.
Yeah.
We need to do a show on those people, because anybody who let anybody around them, something wrong with you.
Right.
And I don't like being around you. If anybody can come around you, what good are you? What good are you to humanity? And if you know somebody has been scamming the public for years, how is he allowed to be up on you? If you are a scammer, and I have established it, got to get ghosts on you. Everybody who beg When you beg from somebody, I don't care if they filthy rich, they tired of you. If it's the second or more story of I need. So I would say in conclusion to the brother Umar, you have played yourself in front of the people who were, I don't know. Everybody with common sense. We know you're a predator. You dogged out that woman and talked about her on the air. She dogged you out and talked about you too. But you started out in the hole with that woman. And you should be grateful to that woman because you had her around your mama.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Yo, promised the school, but it's still on delay. Dr. Umar out here just wasting a day. On podcast, man, talking all that's great. Scamming supporters while they all pray. No school for the people where the dreams at. Empty promises, man, it's all a trap. Talking big plans, but they falling flat. We need action, homie, where the school's map. FDMG, you said it'd be the dream, but you're chatting on Quantcast, building up schemes. Crowd-funded cash, vanish like steam. Where's the blueprint? Where's the team? More time on the mic than the chalk from the board. Dr. Umar, what's the vision you hoard?
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.